Hey, what's up, YouTube? It's Elia. So I saw a couple videos on homelessness, how to survive that shit. So I was voluntarily homeless. I was on a road trip, living out of my car for a couple months, and then I became voluntarily homeless. And honestly, I was just roughing it, having fun. But here are some things that I learned. Some things you'll hear from other videos, but here we go. First of all, living in your car is not homeless because it's very comfortable compared to living on the street. I mean, there's just no doubt. Your car is a lockbox, number one. So you can store your stuff there, lock it, and walk about and go about your day feeling safe. Living on the street, you're going to get the risk, you're in the danger, you have the risk of having your stuff stolen, putting your stuff away, right? Someone takes it. Maybe you're sleeping, someone takes your stuff. There's a ton of hazards there. So I would say like living in your car is just living in your car. I wouldn't call it homeless per se, but yeah, street homelessness is for sure very tough. So I'm gonna go over like living in your car. It's honestly not bad if you can put down the car seats in the back. As long as you can lay out fully, it might not be like perfectly leveled and stuff, so you might need some cushioning, but so long as you can lay out fully vertical, stretched out, you will be good. Obviously, you will run into like serious like cramping and even potential blood clotting issues if you basically like sleep in the driver's seat or the passenger seat, because you really just need to be horizontal. So as long as your seats can do that, you're good. You can actually like sleep in your car, live out of your car. Now the thing is, you're going to run into police more often than you've ever done in your whole life, because even I've been in very urban areas, very country areas, and it's kind of the same. Like, you're just gonna run into police. People are gonna call the police on you. So you gotta be smart as to where you park. Obviously, if you're chill, you're chill. You have nothing to hide, but they're gonna wanna see your ID basically every single time. Most of the time it's just a request. It's not a demand or a requirement, but if you wanna get them like, if you want to just de-escalate the situation, make them feel good, just you give them your ID. But again, you don't need to. But here's the deal: like, okay, during the day you can park. You'll figure out how things go. By the way, I have a book called Miscellaneous Advice where I go into pretty good detail about like this entire situation. So you will just get better and better, like every single day. Living out of your car or on the street, you will just get smarter and smarter about where to find and stay in spots and chill. But basically, like overnights, you'll notice that like the traffic dies down, and a lot of streets become deserted, and people go away around 9-10 p.m. obviously, because people are winding down for bed and all that. So that's when a lot of things open up that you probably never even knew. So you'll figure out like what's good as far as like maybe, listen, if you stay at any government owned place like a county park, a town park, a school, any sort of place that like the government owns, a municipality owns, county or state owns, like there's gonna be police there. They're gonna, like a college campus, they're gonna know that you're there. So you can't sleep at college campus. Like you can't park your car and sleep there. You will get like told to leave and all that. But so avoid government owned places, parking lots, and basically everything else is considerable. So like you'll figure that out as it goes. But yeah, I mean, living out of your car and like going around the country is honestly a ton of fun. I had a great time doing it, and I think everyone should do it at least once, even solo, because that's what I did, solo. But so you'll find places where you can park, sleep. Honestly, when you sleep in a car horizontal, like it's almost like sleeping on the floor. You're only going to sleep like 5 hours. Some nights you might sleep actually like 8, 9 hours. But yeah, sleeping bag is essential. You're going to need that. It gets cold, even if you're in a warmer area. I haven't been down like southern United States, like Georgia and Florida and Texas, but I mean, it gets hot down there. So, but anything above that, like you're going to need a sleeping bag. Even if you're in Arizona, New Mexico, for sure, you'll need a sleeping bag. It gets cold. Nevada at night gets really cold. California at night is not really cold if you're on the coast, like 50s, low 50s. But you'll need a sleeping bag for sure. So you can get like a freezing temp at at 30 degrees Fahrenheit, which would be like around 0 degrees Celsius. That's a pretty good bag to have for your average person out there. You don't really need to go too much more than that. Unless you really shouldn't be sleeping outdoors when it's less than 30 degrees Fahrenheit. Let's just be honest about that. 32. So I guess the key to living out of your car or street is like, you want to obviously live in a very nice temperate environment. So that's why I was in like Arizona, New Mexico, California. Those are like, it was beautiful. It was during the winter time, so it's definitely a perfect place. I mean, a lot of people are RVing it, so there for a reason. Like, you don't want to be in North Dakota in December, okay? It's gonna be freezing. If you're gonna be living on the street, like sleeping does suck. You'll find there are tons of hideouts and stuff, but you absolutely need to hide, because if you sleep during the day or night, if you're not hiding, there's going to be people walking by you, most likely in some way, and they will look to steal something. It happened to me. My laptop got stolen, and that was that. So sleep in hideaway areas, like where you're out of sight. Absolutely. You're going to need cardboard because it gets cold. Even in the 40s, it's freezing, the concrete. So you're going to have to find cardboard either from a dumpster or wherever, a local business. You lay that down, you put your sleeping bag, you sleep in your sleeping bag, you have a beanie. You obviously want like a good, nice, puffy hooded jacket. In my book, I go over like what gear specifically, but like a puffer jacket, something that's insulated, is really necessary with a hood. So you have that, like, let's say you have a sweatshirt, your puffer jacket, and a beanie. You're in the sleeping bag, you're good in the 40 degrees, believe it or not. Even in the 30 degrees, but it's not comfortable. 30 degrees Fahrenheit is not comfortable. The 30s, not comfortable to sleep outside. In the 40s, doable for sure. But even once it starts getting low 40s, no matter what, it's just cold. So again, pick like a nice area to be roughing it, so to speak. You'll need a sleeping bag, cardboard, because concrete's cold, even the grass is cold, so keep that in mind. It helps a lot. The insulation of the cardboard, it makes a huge difference. It makes a huge difference. So as far as your backpack go, I also recommend Quencha, Quencha. It's a backpack brand sold by Walmart. It's literally $50, but it's the equivalent. I mean, it's the cheaper version, but it's very similar to like the REI backpack or some of those $150 backpacks. This is only $50, $60, so it's excellent for what it is. You're gonna need something with waist straps and shoulder straps because it gets heavy just walking around with that stuff. I kind of want to just finish off with living in the car. Like, I can't emphasize to you how comfortable living in a car is. It's like honestly great. It's fine. Like, living on the street is hard, bro, because you don't realize how beneficial it is to have storage. And that's what a car is. Like, even more than driving around, I could live like on the street and stuff as long as I had a car parked somewhere and I had my storage stuff. I had my stuff locked. Like, I'm talking about laptop, personal belongings, water to clean yourself, jugs of water, like some extra food and stuff, like your charging cables, like your eyeglasses, like extra clothes. Things add up, and you don't want to have all that in a backpack and just walk around. Like it blows, bro. That's why people have shopping carts, and that's a shitty situation. Like that's just straight up shitty. So when I was roughing it on the street for fun again, I didn't need to be homeless, but I was just having a ball camping basically, and I whittled down. I basically only had my laptop because I was working from it, some clothes, and like a water bottle, charger, wallet, obviously, phone, and like maybe a couple other small things, but it gets real heavy, like toiletries. But if whether you're living out of a car or on the street, you're gonna, every couple days, you're gonna really need to shower, like really need to clean yourself. You can spot clean, obviously. That's, kind of speaks for itself, but you got to buy basically at least like a 1 gallon jug. You need 2 gallons to really clean your body well, but at least a 1 gallon. And with that, you can, if you have soap, you can scrub your scalp, wash your hair, and then you can move downwards, like washing your armpits, body, back. That's why having a car is great, because you can have extra stuff like a scrub, and it's honestly not bad at all. But when you're on the street, like you can't carry all these extra shampoo and like back scrub and stuff. So you kind of only have like water and like maybe like a rag, and you better hope it's a sunny day, because you're gonna be cold because you don't have a towel, right? Because a towel is extra storage. But water is essential. Like even without soap, you could clean yourself with water. And yeah, you feel like if you don't shower for like 7 days, you feel incredibly good after spot washing yourself with water and soap. And so you got to do it, because like every time you shit, by the way, I know this is kind of gross, but you got to go to like the supermarket. They have bathrooms. Libraries, public libraries have bathrooms. Those two places I crapped a lot in. Obviously, if you go get food, you can crap there, but man, the restaurants are really cracking down. The fast food places are really cracking down. They don't like they just make it so uncomfortable. Like you can't even charge your shit there. The bathroom's always locked and always used, occupied. So basically supermarkets and public libraries and college bathrooms were saviors. Sometimes I would use a bathroom at like Marshall's just to wash up and stuff. And again, that's when you're on the street, because you need, like, it just helps. Street or in the car. But so what else could I talk about? Tips here: don't overspend on food. Like there's ways, I know people talk about, you can get food stamps but if it's just a temporary thing, you don't need food stamps. You're just on a road trip. But there are definitely ways you can buy beans. Canned beans are really cheap, $2, and it's like almost a full day's worth of protein. You will miss not having toasted bread. That really sucked. Coffee, like you can get cheap coffee if you do things right. Like you can get instant coffee, that's cheap. That's really, really cheap, instant coffee. But yeah, get beans. I ate a lot of beans, tofu, here and there, some spinach. If you go to Whole Foods, it is expensive. You get a box like this, you're hungry. It's a full day's worth of food, but it's like $25 because you load it up. If you get the small box, it's also good. That's like literally $10-15, and you're full off that. So I tell, like, just saying, get the small box. It's deceivingly small. It packs in a lot. Just saying, if you hit up Whole Foods, that to me was like the best food to go. Everyone's gonna be different, but you eat at restaurants and you spend $20 on a meal, or you go to the grocery store and you buy stuff for like $10. But at the same time, a supermarket meal, like I've bought like bag of salad, bag of loaf of bread, some peanut butter, some carrots, and a jug of water, and it was like $30. I was like, damn, I might as well have just ordered Thai food. You know what I'm saying? Again, that's whether you're living in a car or on the street. It doesn't really actually change. Just having some coffee here with some chocolate, actually, some cocoa. But let's see. yeah, public libraries every single day I would visit, charge up all my stuff, phone, flashlight. Flashlight is an essential gear because your phone light, you don't want to use the battery too much. I personally like having a flashlight. You should also have you should have a pair of scissors, very useful. Like, you're gonna need small ones to trim your beard and look presentable. You're gonna need big ones to, I don't know. They're just like, it's a good device to have. But yeah, public libraries, charge up all my stuff, do my work, and then I'd bounce. Driving, again, I consider that just road tripping and having fun. I don't consider that homeless, but everyone's, So I would have a blast. Like, I would go to the library, get my work done for the day, like go to the supermarket, treat myself to a good meal, clean myself if needed every couple days, put new clothes. Like, putting a new shirt on felt so good. What else would I do? This video is getting a little long. But yeah, having a backpack, I felt like, we have our phones now, so you don't really need like a watch and stuff. Just have fun, choose a good area, but it's sketchy too. Like, I was in Los Angeles, I was in Phoenix, I was in Albuquerque. Like, these are awesome places, but they also have their sketchy areas, and a lot of homeless people, they're there because of housing costs, and they're on the street. A lot of people who are homeless because of housing costs, they end up in cars. But the people who end up on the streets, bro, they're fucking on drugs, bro. A lot of them are strung the fuck out. Like, so strung out that they're seeing fantasy, and they're in a different world, bro. It's really sad, actually. But if you can help them out with some bucks, as far as spending money goes, I actually spent a lot of money when I was homeless on the street, because I would go to Walmart, get a new pack of socks, get some food, and get some tool, and it would end up being like $50. And it's like, Jesus, bro. Like, money does go fast, actually. You run through socks. You're gonna need a new pair of shoes every month. Like, your shirts are gonna be dirty. You're not even gonna want to, you could do the laundromat thing, but a lot of them, they're dirty as shit. If you find a nice laundromat, that's a blessing. But a lot of them are fucking dirty, and the washing machine, your clothes literally come out stinking like the previous person's cigarette clothes. Horrible. So I would honestly, when I was living out of the car, I had a tub, and I would just clean my clothes, put it in a tub, put water, let it soak, and then literally wring it out, dry it, and that's literally what I did. Boxers, socks. But yeah, man, it's one of those things. Living out of your car, you will be able to do it. It's not hard. If you're working remotely, you absolutely should give that a try. It's doable. It's a hell of a lot of fun. And what else could I say? What else? Living out of your car is fun. Go road tripping, bro. Wherever, the southern states. Go to Canada if it's the summertime. If it's the winter time, be in the southern United States, or Mexico even. If you learn you gotta know Spanish, of course. But Canada gets fucking cold as shit in November to March. You don't want to be near Canada, and you're gonna need boots in Canada because it's hella muddy and shit. But whatever you're doing. I definitely, again, recommend Arizona, Nevada. Texas seems really great. I want to explore that area, and Georgia and the Gulf area. But yeah, you're gonna run through literally 32 ounces of water that you're gonna drink every day. So you're gonna have to buy supermarket. I like to get spring water, bottled spring water. I don't like purified, because purified just means crap city water that they ran through and they cleaned up. Which I just prefer bottled spring water. Like I said, you can eat canned beans, protein, tofu. Cleaning is literally a task. But you also have a lot of downtime when you're road tripping and or homeless, because I was working on my laptop, and I was very grateful for that, but there's still a ton of downtime, so it's a good spiritual journey. if that's what you're also looking for. Perfect for taking a lot of photos, doing social media. I recommend absolutely being connected with family and friends via social media, because why the fuck not? Like, you're on a journey, and I didn't do that. I unfortunately, because I was in a monk mode, silent mode type of spiritual thing. But I really wish I was more connected. So have your social medias running, post cool shit, take cool shit, and, do that kind of stuff. What else could I say? I mean, I'm going to tell you, like, back to my first point, I had my shit stolen, which really sucked. I was sleeping like an idiot out in the open, kind of like on the side of a street in a bad area in Anaheim, in Anaheim, Los Angeles, right outside of Disneyland. And I was sleeping outside, and it was like literally 8 a.m. I was walking all night. I just like crouched out next to, I don't know, just some building. And then I had my device out, my laptop, which was so stupid. And I woke up and it was gone, and my heart was just like dropped, bro. And then I found the person and we brawled. So like my glasses got broken because they got stolen because they came off. And then crazy story. Basically, they basically ran off with my laptop and my eyeglasses. So I was like so fucking angry. And also my phone. But I ended up recuperating my phone because they threw it in the trash. So, like, these were meth people. Like, straight up meth people, which is fucking crazy, bro. So, yeah, never sleep out in the open, ever. Even if you're in a good area, because you're vulnerable when you're sleeping. But, bro, like, there were times where I bought a tent from Walmart and just popped that shit up deep in the woods, and I was camping for days on end. Like, having a ball, just like having bonfires and shit. Like, you can really make it fun. I don't recommend, like, here, let me get to this point. Like, bro, don't be homeless. Like, your family, everyone comes from a family. Obviously there's exceptions, and people get, like, family gives up because of drug use you're doing. Like, that is a problem. But I would say most of the time, like, stick with your family, even though they might shit on you, or you have like some arguments and shit. Just family's always there for you, because once you're out in the world, like, you'll realize strangers treat you bad, bro. It's kind of sad, because they look at you and they're like, well, if your family gave up on you, like, you mustn't be a good person, right? So that's kind of how it is, actually. And I wasn't even on drugs, bro. I wasn't even smoking weed. I actually gave up weed. Gave up, like, everything. Actually, I was drinking coffee. But, yeah, gave up weed. And, I mean, I was building muscle, bro. Being homeless, like, carrying, like, I would say, like, a 40-pound backpack and walking, like, 10 to 30. Literally, some days I walked 30 miles, bro. Because I was just on another level, but mentally. But it's fun. Like, fuck it. I mean, I think everyone should be homeless, like street homeless, and backpack like that. At least like for a day, dude. But I was always regretting. Basically, I had a personal issue. So it's not, if you own your car, great. I had a lease I had to return, and I was like, I shouldn't have returned the lease, because here's the deal, bro. Have your fun. Like, park your car, lock your shit up, and then go walk all day long. If that's what you want to be on the street having fun, do that. At least all your shit's locked and you can come back and sleep there. I didn't have that option, and I was always vulnerable. So I had my backpack with my valuables, and it was heavy, and I couldn't really like do shit because like I'm in a vulnerable situation. It's like it's like a chicken carrying an egg, or a pregnant lady, Jesus. So yeah, I mean, have your car, try your best. Like, even if you're homeless, hold on to that vehicle. Even if it's just like broken down, parked somewhere that you're allowed to, even that's a huge help. But Yeah, I mean, a lot of people, you don't see them because they stay out of like the public eye, but bro, they're living literally in tents in the woods and shit. So that's what a lot of homeless people do. Or they'll tent up on city walks and shit and beg for money, but that's the other thing, like it depends how bad your situation is, but yeah, again, don't become homeless. It's not cool. It's not like, again, I was doing it just for acting purposes, just for experiential, and like I was like, all right, what are we gonna learn from this? Like, I'm sure there's gonna be a ton to learn. And I wanted to start sort of a grassroots movement of like people living more outdoors on the streets and like ditching their cars, like because we live so much in a, like, you leave your house, get in your car, drive to another building, get out of your car type. So I was like trying to start a movement where people were just like foregoing or decreasing the amount of their car use. No one caught on, no one gave a shit, and I was just basically living this dream. But don't become homeless if you really can avoid it. It's really shitty. And like the worst part is like when it rains, bro. That's like the worst, bro. If you don't have an umbrella and a tent, but even a tent's not great because it's not secure, right? Anyone can just like rip through that shit. But don't become homeless. It's not cool. Living out of your car and road tripping is cool, and it's a lot of fun. Again, you got to fold down the seats and be able to lie fully horizontally, fully stretched, and you'll be completely fine. Sleep in a sleeping bag. It's a blast. You can go like from town to town, city to city whenever you're bored, because every town and city has the same luxuries like public libraries, supermarkets, gas, coffee. There's a lot of free shit out there as far as actually, there is no free fucking coffee. I write about that, and I'll put the link in the description you can get miscellaneous advice, but it goes over like key gear items you should have, like, you know, flashlight. There's just a bunch of key items you need to own when you're living out of a car road tripping. So I put that in there. Give that a read. But I think this video is getting kind of long. What else could I say? Yeah, I mean, it's just like, it's a road tripping and living out of your car is a beautiful experience. Like, I'm not even gonna lie about that. It's just beautiful because like time is really slow, the day is really long, the sun is out really long, the moon, the fresh air, a lot of fresh air, a lot of walking, a lot of space. You can find like so much open space, and it's just great. Like, I was writing books and working so out of my laptop, so I was just hotspotting my phone, working like that. You can hotspot from your phone and work anywhere nowadays, which is amazing. But yeah, I mean, you're gonna run into police a lot. You're gonna learn where to park your car at night and sleep. Like, commercial buildings could be fine if they don't have security. Like certain streets and roads, you'll figure out how to park your car and sleep, whether you're in a town, suburb, city. It just takes experience, but you will get the hang of it, and you also don't need to sleep that much. It's like 5-6 hours. You wake up and you're like, all right, we're good, and you're not in trouble. Like, I mean, some places I think you can get in trouble for sleeping in your car, but like, come on, bro, you'll be good. But yeah, you'll deal with police. You'll see police a lot and shit. But just have a ball. Like, literally go city to city, town to town, visit different colleges, visit different museums, visit different like natural, environmental, like scenery things. Like, there's in the Southwest, there's so much cacti and beautiful mountains and like beautiful rocks and like beautiful paths, nature hiking stuff. Like, it's just freaking, the world's so beautiful. And like, ideally I want to work like, you know, fixed somewhere, that's fine. But if I could work road tripping and working out of my laptop and uploading and shit like that, my writing and stuff, hot spotting like that, it's honestly a lot of fun. So Los Angeles is a bomb ass city in a good way. I really like that city. Like it's fun as shit. It's the people are cool. You have the beach. There's just like a lot going on. The vibe is chill. Like I like Los Angeles a lot. I did not like San Francisco. It's very Manhattan-esque, like, you know, tall buildings on an island type shit. But Oakland is real dope. Berkeley's real dope. I'm definitely going back to Phoenix. Fucking loved Phoenix. I love like the Native Americans. Like I love the fucking desert. Phoenix is just dope as shit. Although there are some sketchy fucking places. Now I will say this when you're in this video's getting, but when you're street homeless, bro, it fucking blows, dude. Because like you'll sleep for like 2-3 hours. It's cold as shit. And then I was like, all right, it's time to go to Denny's. So I would just roll in 24 hours, Denny's or IHOP, sit, get coffee, get pancakes, work on my books, charge my laptop. But it would be like $20, bro, 20, $30. And it's like, shit gets real pricey, bro, when you're homeless on the street. When you're in your car, you can conserve, you can stock, you can buy cheap and stock and conserve. But when you're on the street, dude, like you can't carry shit. So you're just like, fuck this fucking loaf of bread and this shit, like water and extra. Like you're not going to carry shit. So every meal is kind of pricey. You can only eat like once or twice a day because of that. So shit's tough, man, on the street. But yeah, community colleges are everywhere. Universities are plenty. Public libraries are everywhere. These are all great places to pop in, charge up, work on shit, and leave. Obviously, be respectful. You don't want to, like... I mean, look at me. Like, obviously, I could fit into that crowd, sort of. But if you're, like, creepy and shit, like, you're going to get kicked out. So just keep that in mind. Like, don't flirt with people and shit. But a lot of people talk about, like, showering at Love's, showering at Pilot, truck stops, showering at LA Fitness. All good options. All good, all good. Definitely do that if you can. But I was literally just buying jugs. I'd park somewhere wilderness and just fucking, like, wash up on a hot, sunny day. Just clean up. You can use a little bit of water and really, like, rub it in your skin and clean your skin. You get real salty and grimy, but you can clean that way. So I wasn't even using like those truck stops and gyms, but you can. What else could I say about this shit? No one's your friend, basically. Like, don't trust anyone, but obviously be cool with everyone at the same time. So you're chill, and you're always like down to be positive. Always be positive. People will love you and shit, but quite frankly, like when you're on the street, like I said, people are gonna treat you like shit. Like I was eating one time a can of beans in like a shopping area, and like, bro, the security is like, they're gonna come right to you and tell you to leave. You're gonna go to the next property over, and then someone else who owns that property will tell you to leave. So being on the street on your feet, like you're just constantly being told to leave places and like treated like shit, dude. Like people presume you're on drugs, but you're not, if you're not. But yeah, man, I had a great time like in LA, going to like USC, UCLA, like just walking around these campuses, walking around the neighborhoods around these areas, like just literally walking through like Beverly Hills, walking through Hollywood Hills, walking like through central LA, through the coast, like driving all around and shit, fucking Phoenix, Albuquerque, Tucson, Brisbane, Arizona, Las Cruces, New Mexico. Like these are all fucking chill places. But there's so much more of the states that I need to see. As far as getting tints, you probably would like to have tints on your car. It helps. You don't necessarily need nightshades. Like you're gonna sleep. Oh, by the way, you don't need to. Depending on the weather, but if it's like generally cooler, you can actually have your windows all the way up. They're not airtight, so you're not going to suffocate. Okay, so you can have them all the way up. You're not going to suffocate. It will get like a little foggy in there, but air will be circulating from outside to in to out. So you are safe in that regard. But if you want to leave a cracked window, you can. It's going to get cold. Just saying. If you're in a hot, really hot summer, like if you're in a really hot area at night, I would probably crack the window open a little bit just to ensure ventilation. You can put like blinds. You can get blinds specific for your car model. Do that before your road trip. Or you can put like a black t-shirt and just close up the freaking window. But I would get on Amazon like your car model specific blinds, because like they're just dope, you know. Put that up, no one can really fuck with you, and you can really, that opens up a lot more options, parking and sleeping options. It really does. Because people will see you fucking like in your car, like fucking coming out, like you go in your back seat and then you lay it down, you sleep and shit. Like you kind of stick out, but you got to be discreet, like wear discreet colors and shit. But you can really blend in, and no one will even know you're like, no one will know, basically. As far as gas does get expensive. Don't do joyrides. Kind of just know like where you're going. I would just like go somewhere if I needed to stop. I would walk around that whole area, like a pretty big radius, to explore and have fun. Then I'd come back to my car and then drive away if I needed to a new place. But yeah, don't joyride, because it will get pricey. You can really do this on a budget. I slept in my car like for a number of reasons, but like, are you kidding me? Your average hotel, bro, is $100 a night. $100 a night. And that's like cheap, dude. That's $150 is a hotel, but like even a shitty motel is like 80, 90. Who can afford that? So if you're road tripping for months on end, like obviously you can't afford this. Your average person. So that's basically, yeah, I slept in the car, saw a lot, drove at all hours, especially overnight. Like you'll get bored as shit and you'll just be like, fuck it, let's go to fucking Phoenix, and you'll start driving 4 hours with coffee from Love's. But yeah, don't become street homeless. Fuck it, it's not worth it. Don't try and start a movement. Dude, it gets real pain. Like your feet will get really blistery. You'll just smell a lot more because you can't shower as much and as easily. Like, bro, there's a reason why once you become homeless like that, street homeless, like it's definitely really hard to get out of that shit. If you don't have family and you're on drugs, forget it, bro. Like, it's tough. You would have to sober up, clean up, and like pray to God you get a job on Craigslist and like stack up dough, and then you can like hopefully buy a car, live out of that, stack up more dough, get an apartment. But shit, man, I really feel bad for homeless people, because they're deep in a trench, they're deep in a hole, and like it does suck actually. Like they smell, their appearance is not well kept. They don't have gear because like they're running out of shit's getting stolen all the time from them. They're on drugs. Like it's a deep hole. So like that's why I think homeless shelters are great things. I mean, that they're so important for society, because we can't just give up on people either, because we're as strong as our weakest link. And like fuck that, we're not going to give up on people. Fuck that. There should always be like a foundational rock bottom. Like no one wants to live in a homeless shelter in a bunk bed and shit like that, but we need every like major town, city needs that shit, and they need nice clean ones and shit, like with security, and like where your shit doesn't get, you have lockers and you have clean showers and shit. So I'm a big advocate of homeless shelters, and if you can start one, you can. Like, you don't need to be a facility. You can be like just a regular home. So instead of opening up an Airbnb, you can open up a homeless shelter and like genuinely take care of people. I'm sure you can get grant money to do that. But I think that'd be a really cool thing I want to do in my life, actually. Because I've seen these people, bro, and they're good people. They're people just like us. They're just fucking whacked out on drugs, because a lot of people self-medicate, okay? Whether you have a job and you have a car and things look good on the outside, A lot of people are still popping prescription pills, like, so, and drinking a lot of alcohol. But these people are just, they're drinking alcohol and doing heroin, bad drugs like that, but it's still like they're self-medicating just like, and I feel bad. Like, everyone deserves a second and third chance, bro. And I think like getting them employed is probably the game changer there, because they need to be employed. Everyone does. Like, I don't care who you are, like having a job, being part of a team is really helpful. So I think agriculture is a big deal as far as that shit. Like, get these people working in agriculture or construction. They'll feel so good about themselves. They like being outdoors anyway. So like, have them build shit, grow shit, I don't know, do shit. Employment's really important for purpose and for mindset. So we need that shit. What else could I say? Yeah, don't give up on these people. But yeah, I mean, being homeless on the street, bro, it's expensive actually. Like I said, you go through shit a lot quicker. Shit wears and tears a lot quicker. Food is not cheap, because it's not like you can buy like a bag of lentils and cook that and live off that. Like, you have to get like prepared foods and shit, which is expensive. I'll leave this video as it is. It's really long. Miscellaneous advice, definitely get a copy. I'd really be happy if you did. And I write about all of these things and a lot more life hacks, and what to buy and where to go, and how to survive like well on a road trip, and also if you're like roughing it, backpacking on the street and shit, and a bunch of other topics. So thank you so much for listening, and I'm really like glad that you made it this far if you did, and I'd like to make more videos. Thank you so much. Bye, take care.